Many of us enter into marriage without this understanding. The fact that somebody loves you doesn't mean that the person is an inferior human being. If you don't learn how to value who a man is, you will lose him in marriage. You may not lose him in a relationship, but when you enter into the marriage, you may lose him. If you don't understand the prophetic value of a woman whilst single today, there is a likelihood, even 80% likelihood, that you will end up losing your wife very soon. The man is made as an authoritative figure. That is how the man is made. That is why every man you see have got a particular ego that must be massaged as though he's in control of life. That is who a man is. The man has been made to make command. The man has been made to bless. The man has been made to curse. The man has been made to be responsible for generations upon generations and the direction of generations. That is who a man is. It's inside of a man. If you don't know this and you marry a man and you begin to mess up, you are in the course and in the journey of losing him. You may be in the same house with him, but you have lost him. That is what is happening in many homes today, because the woman didn't understand who she is dealing with. I will come to who a woman is. But women must understand who men are. Men are like, in quote, men are like demigods. They were made to take charge, to a point that when the man was made, God will create other creatures and bring it to a man. Name it and it is so. That is who men are. They enter a territory and they want to have a place in the territory. They want everybody to know that they have come. And when a man is dealing with a woman, she wants the woman to know that you are not different from me. You are not my slave, but I am a head. In a way, I carry a certain authority. And the woman must understand that every man that I meet is crying from the innermost part of his being, is crying for that response, that acknowledgement that I am in authority. And if you stand before a man and tell him, Kwasia, you don't know what you have done to his soul. If you stand before a man and tell him you are a useless man, you don't know. So women, we don't understand what we are dealing with. And you see, when you're a man, you have to learn the value of who a woman is before you enter into marriage. You see, in Genesis chapter 3, the whole glory of a woman was revealed, and that glory is beautiful. It's not their hair, it's not their makeup. When the serpent wanted to get to the man, he passed through the woman. And then when God came, I thought that God was going to bring a solution. The problem came through the woman. And then God turns to the serpent, the man and the woman, and didn't point to the man and tells them that the seed of the woman. That means the problem came through the woman, the solution will come through the woman. Women are gates. Every spirit passes through them. If you are dealing with a woman, you are dealing with a gate. When the devil wanted to get to man, he passed through the woman. When God was bringing the solution, he passed through the woman. They are gates. This is the value of a woman. If a woman is in your house, she can rise up one day and tell you something. That's not flesh and blood talking to you, that's a spirit. That's why a man must learn how to build the woman. Build the woman towards God and not towards the serpent. If you leave the woman, he will be a comfortable microphone for both of them. They are available. Spiritism is in them. They are attracted to spirits. So it is the job of the man to know the value of the woman and then build the woman towards God, to a point that when the serpent comes, the woman is built against the serpent. You see, so your assignment in singlehood is to know who women are. That is why you can offend a woman and she sit down on the floor and begin to curse you. Mark the things that will come out of her mouth. You will see it pepper on earth. Men behave like gods, but a woman can invite a higher God over your destiny. So when you are dealing with a woman, you are dealing with someone who can switch at any time. Today, he is the prophetess of the devil. Tomorrow is the prophetess of God. So the moment you are a young man and you want to have a glorious marriage, when you meet a woman, be careful. This is not the time to be sleeping with her. This is the time to be training her spirit. and making her discern more of God than of the devil. That's not the time to be taking her to parties. That's the time to be taking her to teaching services, to understand the word of the Lord. That's the time to be telling her, have you done your morning devotion? To be drawing her to God more than to the devil. Because listen, and when the devil uses her, he has used her for free. So it's an understanding. Both parties must know the value that each other carries. I made up my mind when I knew the power that women carry. I made up my mind. The first woman I will say I love you is the one I'll marry. It was a decision. I went through university. This map didn't say it to anybody. Because you say what? When I promise 3 people and deceive them, 2 of them can give themselves away for the devil. It doesn't matter my tongues, they will blast me. So you see, having 2 girlfriends may be beautiful, but very costly. And then the 2 girls are fighting among themselves, and you are happy you tell this person come on Tuesday, you tell that person come on Thursday evening, and you do this and you feel like a boss. You have no idea what you are dealing with. What you are dealing with is a gate. When she opens to the devil, you are finished. You are not under any obligation to prove your love by spending all your lifetime savings on a girl you are not married to. All the provings must be done in marriage. Young lady, you are not under any obligation to prove that you are a marriage material. I want to know if you are a marriage material, so come to my house and come and sleep there for 1 week. Then I know if you can fetch water well, and if you can cook kontomre well, and if you can cook a benquine well, and then I know. And within 1 week, he's sleeping with you, you are washing clothes, you are doing that, you are going on errands, and you are coming, you want to prove that you are a marriage material. Sir, in relationship, we don't do that. It is in marriage that we prove whatever is in us. Sir, you can take care of that girl in school, that's fine. That's fine, that's if you have access. But before marriage, that woman is the responsibility of her parents. That is why on the wedding day, her father comes to deliver her to you. So if you go and pay school fees and she leaves you later for the one that God has chosen, please don't cry. It's not your job. It's not your job to be paying rent to prove that you love her, and then you give money. One time I told the young, what is wrong with you? He pays the girl every month. It was later he found out that the girl was also paying another boy. Mary was pregnant, but nowhere was it recorded in Bible that she even explained herself to Joseph. It was God that went into the dream to explain. I'm pregnant, so what? You are going to my family to break up. Go and break up. Mary didn't even bother to tell Joseph that God has impregnated. If it is only sex you are looking for, so you marry me to let me know that you love me. Let me just give it to you. Relationship is not marriage. It is after relationship you become a wife. It is after relationship you become a husband. When you are in the marriage, then you are a husband, then you are a father, then you are a wife, then you are a mother. It's not before marriage. Stop proving yourself. If the person means business, he will realize that he is in relationship with a woman, not a wife. No one on earth is born with the qualities of being a good partner. No one came out as a good husband. No one came out as a good wife. No. We learn. The Bible says that let the husbands deal with the wives with knowledge. We learn. So in your singlehood, you don't master the skill of chasing girls. You have to be mastering the skill of being a good father. You master the skill of being a good husband, so that when you land on the right partner, you can be a good partner and a good husband and a good wife to the person. It is not impartation, it is learned. Nobody can lay hands on you for you to certainly be a good husband. It doesn't work. It is learned. It is learned. Unfortunately, we come for meetings like this, and then when you are talking to the women, they say, no, talk to the men. You are talking to the men, they say, talk to the woman. At the end of the day, we leave and nobody learns anything because everybody is pointing to another. No, to be a good partner, you must know what you must be to. If you're a man, you must know what you must be to a wife. If you're a wife, you must know what you must be to a husband. It's not what the husband must be to you. That is the generation we have today. All girls know who a man must be to them. They don't know who they must be to a man. And the men also know who a woman must be to them, but they don't know who they must be to a woman. So to save your marriage, you keep on incubating into your spirit the things that you need to know concerning a woman. And you see, you go into marriage these days and you realize that the man knows everything the woman must be, but doesn't know who he must be. So when you are going into marriage, they tell you, if you're a woman, the family calls you, this is what he must do for you, this is what a good man must do for you, but they never tell you what you must do. A very corrupt generation. No one is delayed in marriage. No human being sets the time for marriage, because the timing of marriage is not set by a man, it's not set by the society, it's not set by them, it's set by the Holy Spirit, according to the destiny that the Lord has given you. If I meet 60-year person who is not married, I'm not worried, because the timer is in the hands of God. If I meet 50 years, I'm not worried. So you see, don't rush into marriage because the society is timing you. No, because of that, people have married monsters just to please a family, just to please friends, just to please society. They just jumped into something before turning back to know they didn't analyze what the decision they made. Wow, what if you hear that? Obi Warren, Obino, that Obi can be upon you. Don't let anybody give you pressure on it. Marriage is not a joke. Omo be now sorry, and Opa me can't say go and marry. Do you think it's a joke? Sometimes what people refer to as marriage is wedding. Wedding is a day's event. Marriage is a lifetime event. And sometimes the people telling you to marry is a mistake. They are rather saying go and find a wedding to do, so that I can ask of your colors and wear it and come. And they don't care who you are going to sleep on the same bed with. They don't care. The next thing is that beware of the unforgiving and revengeful partner. You see, marriage is a game of love and offenses. Today, everything about me tells you that I love you. Tomorrow, I'm in a swing mood, and everything about me tells you, the interpretation to you is that I'm not a good man, I hate you. So you see, one of the most important things, and I believe that the most important thing you need to enter into marriage with is the heart of forgiveness. It is. So whilst a single, you have to be deliberate in building your spirit to learn how to forgive quickly. If you find it difficult to forgive, marriage is not for you. Stay back, give yourself some time, and keep building yourself up to a point that you can stand, and then learn how to forgive people as you should. It's forgivable not to go into marriage with a television, a bed, it's possible not to go into marriage with cooking utensils or a cooker or a fridge. It's possible, but it is unforgivable to go into marriage with an unforgiving heart. You need a forgiving heart before a television. I went to a wedding, we are done, and the following day I received a call from a man. He said, Papa, as I'm talking to you now, I am somewhere at the corner. He said, this marriage no go work. I said, what is it? He said, the way the woman has insulted me last night, the wedding day. He said, the way she has insulted me, Papa, I tell you, this marriage will not work. He said, Papa, don't talk. Even if God comes and tell me I should stay in this marriage, I know God hates me. This marriage will not work. But you see, before they came, I told them, I sense you give yourself time. I'm not seeing things well. Give yourself time. Oh, Papa, the lady is in abroad and she has come and she has to go back and all that. So I called the family. I told them that I feel this marriage is in a rush. Take your time. They didn't mind me. Wedding night. Yeah, fire no more. No one will say fire. We will say me this marriage I not going to enter. You see, as we are talking now, they are separated. So some of these things we are talking about, it's a serious matter. Take your time and build forgiveness. Build a heart. And sometimes tell yourself, my partner doesn't know what he's doing. He or she will come to understanding very soon. If you don't have that heart, you will lose your marriage. Some of us are quick-tempered and we are doing nothing about it. You must tolerate me. This is who I am. Listen, nobody will tolerate you. Change. Build a good spirit around you. Build a sweet spirit around you. When we expect you to frown, smile. When we expect you to blast out, just smile. It's well. It's well. But what you see, you were doing that in the house and you were being applauded. Most of the things you'll be applauded by your friends. Your partner will not applaud you. Most of the things that you will do at home and all your parents are saying, it doesn't work in marriage. It doesn't. Many people have lost good husbands because of this attitude. Many people have lost very good wives because of this, because they didn't want to change. There is a certain ego in them. They feel that this is who I am and everybody must accept me for who you are. No, not in marriage. Not in marriage. Not in marriage. Not in marriage. So if there is anything to learn, you learn it now. Now. Whilst you are single, intentionally build up your heart.